All right, let's cut right to it. In the next few minutes, I'm giving you the complete playbook for the AgenticFlow API. We're skipping the hype, jumping straight into the code so you can get your hands dirty and start building some seriously powerful AI agents, like right now. So let me ask you something. What if you could command an entire army of AI agents with just a few lines of code? I'm not talking about simple scripts. I mean, what if you could programmatically create, manage, and deploy agents to handle really complex, multi-step jobs automatically? Well, guess what? You absolutely can. And that's exactly what this guide is all about. This isn't just another API to learn, folks. It's a whole new way to build. So let's dive right in. Okay, so first things first. Before you can build any of this cool stuff, you need the keys to the kingdom, right? Let's talk about the absolute essential first step, getting your API key. And don't worry, this part is super straightforward. You literally just log in, head over to the API keys page, hit Create API Key, and give it a name. Now listen up, because this part's important. You've got to copy that new secret key and stash it somewhere safe. They only show it to you once, so don't lose it. And using that key, it could not be simpler. Every single request you make to the API needs it. You just pass it as a bearer token in the authorization header. I mean, it's totally standard, super clean, and really easy. You'll be authenticated and ready to start building in like seconds. So you're in. You're authenticated. Now what? What can you actually do with this thing? This, my friends, is where the real power is. Let's take a look at the core tools you'll be using. Okay, at the very heart of everything is the Agents API. I want you to think of this as your command center. It's where you forge your autonomous AI. This is where you programmatically spin them up, you give them their marching orders, equip them with specialized tools, and send them out into the world. And this is where the design philosophy gets really smart. The Agents API is all about the who, the AI brains themselves, each with its own skills. Then you've got the Workflows API, which is all about the what, the actual tasks you want those brains to do. Keeping these separate is key. Why? Because it means you can build one really smart brain and then reuse it for tons of different jobs. Super efficient. And here's the best part. You don't have to go learn some weird new paradigm. Managing your agents uses the standard REST conventions you already know and love. We're talking post to create, get to read, put to update, and delete to get rid of them. Seriously, if you've ever touched a modern API, you're going to feel right at home here. Okay, so you've created your agents, you've got workflows for them to follow. That's awesome. But how do you get them to react to the real world, in real time? That's where webhooks come into play. And trust me, this is where your applications truly come alive. Think of webhooks as the nervous system for your whole AI operation. They're basically an HTTP bridge that connects AgenticFlow to, well, pretty much any other service out there. This is how you break out of that boring old request-response cycle and start building dynamic, event-driven automations that can react to things instantly. And this is not a one-way conversation. It's a two-way street. You've got incoming webhooks, right? So an external event, like, say, a new customer signs up in Stripe, can fire data into AgenticFlow and kick off a personalized onboarding workflow. And then you have outgoing webhooks, where an agent finishes some big analysis and can shoot a notification out to a Slack channel to let you know. This unlocks so much powerful real-world value. I mean, think about it. You can process new orders the very second a payment notification hits. You can spin up a smart customer support agent the instant someone submits a contact form. You can even keep all your data perfectly in sync between AgenticFlow and your CRM. It's just incredibly versatile. All right, we've covered the keys, the tools, the communication lines. We've got the theory down. Now for the really fun part. Let's see what this stuff actually looks like in code. Check this out. Here's how you'd create a new agent in Python. It's just a simple post request. You're using the requests library, which you already know. Pass in your headers with the API key, a little JSON body with the agent's name, and that's it. One line of code, and you've just spun up a brand new AI assistant ready to go. And it's just as clean in JavaScript. Using the Fetch API, it's the exact same idea. An awaited post request, your headers, your JSON body, boom. This just goes to show how accessible the whole thing is. You can easily plug this into your front end, your back end, whatever stock you're running. And just to strip it all the way back to basics, here's the same thing with a simple curl command. No libraries, no frameworks, nothing. Just a direct, clean HTTP request from your terminal. I mean, it really does not get any more straightforward than this. Now, of course, making direct API calls is super simple, but if you want to make your life even easier, you can. AgenticFlow has official SDKs for Python, JavaScript, Go, and Ruby. These libraries take care of all the boilerplate stuff, like authentication and formatting requests, so you can just focus on the important part, your actual application logic. So there you have it. You've seen how to get your key, you get the big ideas behind agents and workflows, you know how to wire them up to the real world with webhooks, and you've seen the actual code. You know that army of AI agents we talked about at the beginning? You now have everything you need to build it. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?